morning, you fuckers. Good morning. What up, Christian gang? Today is the day. It's to the east. Yes, sir. It is now 6:47 a.m. About to be 7 o'clock. I am on my way to meet up with my boys. Hopefully they up and ready to grind. So, I made this video, or I'm making this video because number one, I haven't made a video in a while. And number two, different strokes for different folks. And I say that, like, I ask myself, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go to Beach to the East just to fly and laugh and chill with, my friends and shit. Even though that is the precipice of, why Beach to the East happens. But I don't really go there just to fly, you know what I'm saying? And hop up with my dudes and all that I haven't seen in a year. And some people I see all the time. I go because it's peace. You know what I'm saying? It's peace in the chaos. I'm not sure if anybody can understand that, but turn this AC down. It's definitely peace in the midst of chaos. Because I'm like, I don't know what you call it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Gen X baby, so I don't know what the fuck is going on with these people, but it's one of those situations where, like, you know how you can be in a crowded room with a bunch of people and still feel alone? Or, vice versa, you know what I'm saying? You can be by yourself completely and, you know what I'm saying? It feels like you're surrounded by so much love. It goes both ways, you know what I'm saying, for me. And I might just be rambling to y'all or whatever, but this is kind of a little bit of insight of who I am, and with all the shit that's going on in my life, you know what I'm saying, and trust me, I'm not going to go into detail, but trust me, I got a lot of shit going on, but with all the shit that's going on in my life, I look forward to shit to things like Beach to the East and, going out whenever I get a chance to go fly, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm by myself, you know what I'm saying, to go fly or whatever, because it's a sense of no matter what the chaotic world brings, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to concentrate on what you're doing so much that you forget everything else exists even for that little bitty moment, and that's what the peace is. That's what brings me peace. Listen, don't get it fucked up. I enjoy hanging out with, the people I hang out with. My boy Apache, that banana, my boy Vegan, Bot Grinder, everybody, every fucking body, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to every fucking body, and it's like, amidst all that madness and spite and hateful shit, you know what I mean? I look at the situation like, it's still peace, you know what I'm saying? It's still, I can't speak for everybody else, but it still brings me peace. It does. Because there's nothing else in this world that you could actually sit down to and the necessary obligation to be so tentative, you know what I'm saying, to what's going on, that you forget about everything else. You know what I'm saying? You forget about the heartbreak and the pain and the problems and the issues and, regular life shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you leave, you still got to deal with all that shit, but, better way to help ease the soul, even though but for, momentarily easing. But you fly a fucking drone. Strap on the goggles, man. It's like, when you play music, I don't know if anybody really cares to know, but I'm also a musician. I play bass guitar, and it's just like that. It's like when you play bass guitar, like, you're in the zone, like, nothing else matters, man. Nothing else matters. I love it, man. If anybody who doesn't fly, they should love it too, man. It's a distraction from all of the chaos that goes on in the world today, man. Shout out to my dude Psycho. That's my boy. I love FPV, man. And one day, when I'm dead and gone, somebody's gonna look back at this video and say, I miss that fat motherfucker. Yeah, man. Shout out to my boys. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rotor Riot. They definitely have made me feel a lot like I belong here, Some people will literally do everything and anything to make you feel like you don't belong, And despite the controversies and all that other bullshit going on with Rotor Riot, I really don't. I'm sorry, I just don't really care. I just know for the fact that when I was there, they made me feel like I was one of them. You know what I mean? It made me feel like I had a place to go home to. And a lot of people could feel like they can understand me because they know what it feels like to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? They know what it feels like to live on the street and to worry about where the next meal is coming from and yada, yada, yada. And they know what it feels like when somebody else comes along and be like, hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And even though Rampage was only for a weekend, that weekend felt like a lifetime. And I still talk about it to this day, bro. I still talk about Rampage to this day, man. Like, it's definitely something that I can never forget. What an experience. Anyway, I'm just talking to you guys as I'm driving to the spot. Pilgrim. Mental State Hospital. Psychos. I took my medicine this morning, so I'm a little bit groggy. My medicine always makes me feel groggy. It does. I hate it when it does that, but it does. But I took my medicine nevertheless. I'm gonna sign off like this. I'm gonna leave this video like this. Just post it on YouTube or whatever. Yo, Grizzly Gang, man. Y'all know what it is. Holla at your boy.